Welcome to the filler segment. As we delve into today's topic, we're going to talk about a little bit of Wargames main event, why they're doing double shows for SmackDown and Raw. We're going to talk about the worst moments in WCW history. We're also going to rebook WrestleMania 4 main event. I'm your host, Brian, one half of my tag team partner, Will, the real deal Richmond.
What's up, everybody?
We're here to tell you all about the wrestling from today's age and back in the day. We've been wrestling fans for over 30 years, and we're here to show you. In this weekly's podcast, we'll journey into the world of WrestleMania 4, like we said. We're going to be tackling topics like why are they doing Raw twice a week and spoilers are getting out. If you're a wrestling fan, the filler segment is the show for you. Here we share wrestling content all over. We're tailored to your needs. You can listen to us to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Facebook, and Instagram. So let's get on with the show, Will. All right, Will, how was your weekend so far?
It was pretty quiet. It's the wife's birthday, so she was out.
No,
I was home with
your ex-girlfriend's birthday.
yeah, it was my ex-girlfriend's birthday. So she was out. Her and her little sister hung out last night, and I was home with the kids. Quiet night, but it's been pretty good, man. Just not really a whole lot going on personally, but a lot going on with the world of wrestling, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're getting ready to get into.
World of wrestling. So we're gonna go straight into it, guys. We're gonna get right into it. Today we're gonna talk about the main event. Now we're not gonna talk about all the Survivor Series. We'll just talk about the main event. It's shaping up of the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. New Bloodline has their 5-guy set, and Bronson Reed, he is Samoan.
Yeah, that's a game changer, man.
He's a Samoan, right?
I would assume
They
so.
said he's a Samoan, but he's not part of their bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe's a Samoan, but Joe's not part of their bloodline.
Exactly. But Tama and Tonga
they're Tongan. They're not Samoans either.
Right. But I get it. I see what Solo was doing. It was a really, really good move. I don't know what you can do to kind of combat that. Like I don't know what you can do to combat that. How do you match up with that?
I know you can match up with it. Big old Braun Strowman can match up with that.
You could, yeah.
You need a big guy now. You need a big guy.
You need a big guy that's bigger than the biggest guy. Like that's how the faction that I was saying it last show. That's how the faction dynamic works. You have a big guy, and then you get a big guy that's bigger than the big guy.
The Rock?
Nah. I wouldn't. Not in a Wargames match. Not in a Wargames match.
No, I know, because he can't do too many bumps like that anymore.
Right. He barely got through the tag match.
But my thing, it's either going to be Cody or Seth. That's what I'm personally thinking. I know you don't want to see it. I know.
As long as it's not Cody.
You know why I say Cody? You know why I say Cody?
The return favor from Bad Blood.
Thank you.
Yeah, the return favor from Bad Blood.
All right. So, I mean, it could be Cody. Who knows? But I'm just thinking more of Seth because of the feud he's had with Bronson the last few weeks.
Yeah, very true.
True. And Seth said he will never do it, but it would be cool if they could get if AEW and WWE could go to a one-off and John Moxley comes through, but that's not happening either.
He got way too much going on. He's doing fine. And he's doing.
Don't they have a pay-per-view coming up too, same weekend, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So yeah, it's a big weekend next weekend of wrestling.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Full Gear and Survivor Series both next week. It's gonna be fun. I love it when we kind of get a full weekend of these major events. Kind of gives us more to talk about.
I'm happy because Gators they're playing at noon next week, so I can get that get out at 9 a.m. here, so I get it out the way and watch all my wrestling. I get to watch wrestling for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you already know what you're cooking.
We're doing ribs next weekend. Smoking some ribs.
Okay, we
Yes.
frying ours. We're gonna fry ours next
I
week.
thought you said you would stop and doing that. You
I
gotta get
did,
back.
man, but
You
it's
gotta get
Survivor
back to
Series.
the
Listen,
gym.
it's Survivor Series though. You have to Big
I
Four.
know.
You have to. You have to.
I do got my
Listen,
OG Bloodline shirt still.
and now
With
you called me out publicly, so now I got to stick to it because, damn, man.
yesterday, I smoked a leg of lamb.
Oh,
I'll send you the picture after this.
oh, we holding out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a boneless leg of lamb. I got it from Sam's. It was on sale, so I've done. This is my second one I've done. But I usually do lamb chops when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with the boneless leg of lamb. It was pretty good. It was mashed potatoes, bacon wrapped asparagus.
Gotta get out that way, man.
I know.
Gotta get out that way.
So what I'm thinking is it's going to be those 5 guys. But I am going to wear my OG Bloodline shirt. I still have it in the closet with Paul Heyman, the Usos, and Roman.
Yes. Now
the one where they're sitting in the like they're the mafia, right?
Yeah.
That's I have that shirt, but I want the new OG Bloodline with the big OG on it.
With the yeet on the back.
The one they had on this week.
Yeah, it said yeet on the back, all of them.
Okay.
Even Romans.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I got a strange feeling because remember in one of his first returning promos, he was like, a lot of things have changed, but not me. Like, what if this is just his silent manipulation to get the help he needs to get to Solo, and then I'm just afraid he's gonna go back to the old Roman.
How about what was Sammy doing with his phone backstage?
With Roman's phone?
No, you didn't see Sammy. He was fiddling with his phone during that. Once the new Bloodlines music hit when they were doing the backstage interview or talking backstage.
I missed that.
Go back and look at it. He takes his phone from one pocket, puts another, and then throws it on the. Because they said they need to call somebody, and he throws it on the couch.
Yeah, I missed that.
I don't know if that's anything really, but something to keep an eye on actually.
Yeah, of course. That's like now, like as an adult wrestling fan, where
you pick on little stuff like that.
You
now
pick up on a whole lot more, and even like looking back, because for some strange reason I've been binge watching, probably because it's coming up next month, but I've been binge watching Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of gave me the idea to. We'll get to that later.
But but you already have your main event for that.
Yeah, no. I'm just
I know.
saying, like, as an older wrestling fan, like I've been binge watching Saturday Night's Main Event, a lot of stuff on commentary I'm picking up, and just a lot of things that I understand more as a fan now than I did when I was watching it back then. So
we can talk about that next week about Saturday Night's Main Event coming back.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right,
so that's close too, but I'm not doing no Long Island. I'm good.
That's my thoughts on what's going to happen at Wargames. I don't know who's going to win. I don't want to do any prediction on it, but that's my 5. I think is the guys that the OG Bloodline plus Seth Rollins, but word on the street it might be Cody too. So who knows?
As long as it's not Cody, I don't care. It could be Gilbert, it could be Ellsworth, it could be.
No, you not. No,
I don't care, man. No, you look. It's all right. It could almost be Rey Mysterio. It could almost be Rey. That's how much I don't want it to be Cody. It could almost be Rey.
Why they say Rey without his mask? It looked like Jada Pinkett Smith. I know you've seen that meme. I know you've seen that meme.
I did, and I don't want to take it that far.
Because they both have like close to the same shirt.
Yeah, I don't want to take it that far because I don't want nobody to think that I'm picking on Jada when they know I can't stand Rey. But I'm not gonna take it that far. Rey without his mask is Oscar. I don't have no problem with Oscar. I got a problem with Rey. I got a problem with the little dude in the mask who won't sit his ass down somewhere. That's who my issue is with. But again, it could almost be him. Like that's how bad I don't want it to be Cody. It could almost be Rey. Almost.
All right, guys. That's a good conversation we're having about the War Games match. We're gonna move on to why are we double taping SmackDown and Raw? I thought we were over these days of double taping and spoilers getting out. Do you want AEW to go on live air like WCW do it and give out their spoilers? I know
We
they're not
saw
going
what
to do that.
right. We saw what happened last time. I don't think anybody's gonna go through that one again.
What is your thoughts on why they're doing this?
I mean, they've been doing it for two separate reasons. One, because when they go overseas, it's kind of
I
hard
get
to
that
get.
one. I get that one.
But then the schedule, with the schedule being shorter now, and you're giving your talent time to be home. So,
Well, don't do live events during the time then.
and I don't think that they're doing many.
Let me
They're
look.
doing
I'll
like
look it up.
they're doing like because they're cutting back on those.
I know they're cutting back on them, but they never double tape for holidays before, unless it actually fell on a holiday.
Yeah, or if it was like a tribute to the troops, they would do a double. They would.
Turbo Troops is always recorded.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have won it.
Hasn't it been live recently though?
Uh,
The last couple years, I think it's been live.
the one they did at Norfolk when I went was taped,
What year
but
was
that was 2012.
Right. But I think that they've been live.
Oh, okay.
Recently, I'm not sure. I could be mistaken. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. They got this Friday. They got SmackDown live.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Monday. So when was the tape for?
They did Raw. They taped Raw after the live Raw last week.
Yeah, but they got Raw going on this Monday. It says in Glendale,
Yeah.
Arizona. I thought it was taped.
It is.
Oh, my bad. This week, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And SmackDown, right?
No, last SmackDown was taped. SmackDown last week was taped. SmackDown, this past Friday was live. So Raw last Monday was live, and Raw tomorrow is gonna be taped.
So they got Deadline coming up for NXT.
Do they? When is that? Sunday?
Saturday, December 7th from the Armory in Minneapolis.
Okay.
I have no idea what the Armory is. That a real small place?
It has to be 5,000. I would guess.
No, it's probably less than that. It's small.
You think so?
I'm looking at it right now.
You found it? What's the max?
I don't know the max is, but I'm gonna look at it real quick. But yeah, they've cut back on the shows. So
yeah, I don't. But Deadline is when they do the Iron Survivor for #1 contender, I believe.
yeah,
The one that Trick won last. I think Trick won last year. I'm not sure who
yeah, I
beat
think
last year, but that's an interesting concept that Shawn Michaels came up with. It's pretty different, pretty innovative. I mean, I like it. I gotta learn more about it, but like,
so when you think of an Armory, you think of the Armory I don't know. They do like local indie shows at Armories.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So it holds like 300 or 400 people.
Right. I don't think they're going that.
No. This one's a lot bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, they cut down on I think they have a few more like live events in December they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holiday tour. Because I think they're gonna be close.
Oh, after Christmas they are. They're starting back up after Christmas.
Right.
In New York, in Madison Square Garden,
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, they got 2 live shows at one time.
Split the roster.
Yeah, because they're doing one in Jacksonville that day, and they're doing New York City.
Okay.
Same day.
So the B show is gonna be in Jacksonville then.
Yeah, because it's Madison Square Garden, of course, the
right.
Mecca.
Right.
But they'll be down in Florida for a while. In the end of December, they're doing a live event in Orlando. They're doing a Friday Night SmackDown in Tampa. But I do want to go down to. I'm going to be down there. No, I won't. San Diego, they're having a Friday Night SmackDown on January 7th.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind going down there for that one. Yeah, besides that, that's like, I just want to, think about, but the spoilers are getting out already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are, and that's I don't know. That's kind of annoying now. Um, that we have so much access to what's really going on. I don't want to. I can't stand spoilers.
Yeah,
Unless,
because Collision's held hardly live anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
It was live when you went, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then they taped everything else.
yeah, they taped everything else. I don't know. We'll see how long this lasts. The way I just looked at all the events, I don't think it's going to happen too many more times.
No, maybe
Okay,
just a one-off every year for the holidays.
maybe because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
No, but they're going right before Thanksgiving next week. This week they're going right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Saturday.
Or no, actually, they're doing Monday Night Raw the Monday before Thanksgiving,
Oh, okay. And then
and
probably
SmackDown the day after Thanksgiving.
right. So they give them Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Thursday
but
off.
I don't understand why they did it. If they're going to double tape, they should have double taped next week. They should have double taped this week coming
weren't
up.
weren't they in Europe again?
No, they're not in Europe. But it'd be interesting. So then look, then they're doing 2 shows the day after Christmas too. So I mean, I don't think it's the holiday thing
Maybe not.
because you got guys got to leave either early that morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cody's probably gonna be if it was going to Jacksonville, he could just drive down there that morning.
Yeah, I mean he's on a bus almost everywhere anyway. So
But I know it's saying because he lives in Atlanta. He's not. He has to leave during Christmas to go up to Madison Square Garden.
yeah.
Yeah, but there is a lot of guys in Florida that live in Florida, so if they're on the
Exactly.
Jacksonville, that'd be a good situation for them.
Right.
It was interesting to see if Trips does this any more time. Maybe they're trying to cut back on venues. I don't know.
Possibly, because I mean everything is
You got to
moving
pay the
to
arena.
smaller. Yep, everything's moved into a smaller venue except for your major shows. Because now Elimination Chamber, you moving that to a bigger venue.
Maybe TKO doesn't want them to do it as much because they're used to UCF. I mean, you have UFC once a month, maybe 2 times a month.
Right, and smaller.
Depends if it's fight night or whatever. If not, sometimes they use the Apex Arena.
Yeah.
That's probably why another reason they want to go to the Apex Arena to cut down another arena they had a book.
Any way to save money.
Yeah. All right. So our thoughts on why they are doing it. So let's get into one of the main topics we have for today, guys. We're going to talk about some of the worst moments ever in WCW history. This is near and dear to my heart. Big WCW fan guy growing up. What they had 6:05 TBS on a Saturday night before they had Monday Night Raw. Being from the South, WCW is what we watched. Other, we'll kick it off and give his first. Talk about one of his.
I'm gonna save that one for closer toward the end. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Vince Russo as a whole.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like that guy.
He came in and made WCW some of the most unwatchable product in the history of network television, and some of the other like moments that we're gonna mention during the segment are gonna be because of him. But let's just get him out the snake first. Vince Russo, just man.
He thought he did something in WWE. They come to WCW and thought he was going to do something again.
Right.
You had a good run, but it was you had more than just you in there, Vince Russo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a collective effort. Ed Ferrara, he didn't really help matters much.
They had a pinata on a pole match was Vince Russo idea.
Mm-hmm.
People's mama up in the thing on Vince Russo idea. Come on, man. Yeah, Viagra on a pole. What's up with all these on a pole matches with him?
Exactly. It didn't make any sense. The way
it felt like a chair or a kendo stick or a weapon on the pole.
Right.
This dude just tried to do I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Everything. He literally put everything on a pole, and probably thought that it was some of the funniest stuff that he'd ever do, not knowing that you're making an ass of yourself. Like now, he's not even credible now. Nobody can.
So, if you know me, I don't like Jim Cornette personally.
Right.
But Jim Cornette, that's one thing I can. Oh,
If
I
y'all,
can agree with him.
if
That
you
dude hates
if
Russo.
you if you was booked in a tag match with Jim Cornette, it would be strictly because y'all hate Vince Russo.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. Some of these older guys are like outdated with the wrestling times, like Eric Bischoff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think now they got Eric Bischoff going to MLW. That's about to piss me off now. Yeah, he's going to MLW.
For what? Y'all don't need. For what? Why? That makes
So
zero sense to me.
yeah, so
They're not that desperate for help.
but both of them kind of like Bischoff at the end ruined them too.
When he came back,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was on purpose for letting him go to begin with. But I
All
mean,
right.
they kind of brought him back when everything was just all the way out of control. Anyway, they brought him in to clean up a mess that he couldn't clean up.
Yeah, I'm talking about the best they called. Or I think they had to do with Russo too, right?
Hmm.
When Jarrett and Hogan for the title,
Yeah,
Jarrett laid down and he just got right and walked right out of the ring.
Bash at the Beach.
But he ended up wrestling Booker T at the end of that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
They try to fix it. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. So
That was
I'm going with
Hogan ruined WCW too.
he did. He did. But
So I
I'm
don't.
going with the umbrella of Vince Russo as my first.
I don't have no particular order, guys, or anything like that. But let me tell you this: in 1998, on a Monday Night Nitro, guys, you had Chucky versus Rick Steiner. Yeah, Chucky.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
trying to
I
hype
was
him. They were
think
trying
I
to
was
hype the new
done with it
movie.
at that point. Yeah, they did it with RoboCop.
Yeah, I won't talk. I was going to get into that too.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot that
In
that was
1990.
yeah.
I mean, why? Why? Is it? Were you that strapped for money in 1998 already that you needed
Yeah.
to have the promote this movie to get money?
Yes, you got to think about who's the main at the top of the card in '98. It was still Hogan and Billy Two Moves in 1998. DDP
Well,
was
yeah,
probably
he was more
supposed
than
to
Billy Two Moves in.
no, but he was, but he ain't now. So I'm never calling him anything else. For those who don't know, his government name is Spear Jackhammer Goldberg, aka Billy Two Moves.
Or, as Bret Hart says, Bill Goldberg when he was just going by Goldberg then.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do give Rick Steiner credit for being a professional, going along with it.
True.
You know, and that's another. That wasn't even a Vince Russo thing then.
No, it wasn't.
He wasn't
In
there yet.
'98, no, he wasn't even there yet. Vince, so I don't think. No, he wasn't in '98. No, that was the same person who thought the RoboCop was a good idea.
Was it? Uh, he wasn't there in '90, was he?
Yeah, he was an announcer.
In
But
1990?
yeah, I think he was there in 1990. I don't think he had taken his producer role yet, but I think he was there in 1990.
I'm about to look it up real quick, but yeah. So we might as well get into that real quick. So
Was that the Great American Bash?
um
I feel like that was a Great American Bash.
let's see, hold on.
Because RoboCop damn sure wasn't no Christmas movie. So
Oh, I think it was the Best of the Beach.
no, I think it was Great American Bash or like Capital something.
Capital Combat 1990.
There
That's
we
what it
go.
was.
There we go. I knew it had something to do because it was
Capital
in
Combat.
DC. It was in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it had something to do with
It was
something patriotic.
a professional. It was called Capital Combat Return of RoboCop, a one-time professional pay-per-view event. It was the NWA then.
Mm-hmm.
held
So,
under the WCW name. Yeah, it took place at the DC Armory, Washington, D.C.
another armory. Okay.
7,500 people.
That wasn't bad for Ted Turner back then.
That's a good matches in that one. Yeah, Mark Callis with want to go one-on-one with the Undertaker as his manager.
Can't stand Teddy Long. I'm not even gonna get into that. I can't stand Teddy
I,
Long. I can't stand Teddy Long.
can you let the viewers know why you don't really like him?
No. Yes,
Okay.
I can. Okay, yes, I can.
Okay.
Teddy
Okay.
Long is one of those look at me, ooh, this happened to me, ooh, this person did this to me. And nobody's ever vouched for Teddy. Like he makes it super hard to believe that he was treated so poorly, and nobody has ever said, "Yeah, I heard Ric Flair say that to Teddy," or "Yeah, I heard Ole Anderson say this." It's dude, who's backing you up? Like, who's backing you up? And you
Yeah.
always trying to throw dirt on somebody's name for what happened to you when you were coming through the business. Just be happy that you were able to get to where you were the way you got to where you were. You know, like you sound very ungrateful to a lot of people.
I just want to let the
And
people know why you didn't like him.
yeah, just because he's just phony, man. All that
You don't want to
bullshit.
go. You gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
And no, and he got worse when he was able to afford to get his front teeth put back in. Y'all look at some old Teddy Long interviews when he had on that do rag and them sunglasses. Do
He
rag
just
over a bald head and some sunglasses. He ain't had no front teeth till
he should have stayed a referee.
he should he should have stayed a referee. Should have never gave him a microphone.
Yeah.
I'm not a Teddy Long fan.
Okay. All right. So we'll see. How about this one? Rest of Soul, Dusty Rhodes. I didn't know what he think this creation was going to be about. How about the Shockmaster in 1993 on WCW Saturday Night? Shout out 605 TBS.
Flair for the gold. I mean, you know, Fred
It
Ottman,
was Tugboat.
yeah,
Tugboat, yeah.
that's his brother-in-law, and I guess he was done with his time working with the old man. So you reach out, you know, nepotism ain't a new thing. It ain't. It's not definitely not a new thing.
Dude's in
But
a furry vest, right?
with the
With a
stormtrooper helmet.
star trooper helmet and glitter.
Oh my god, it's 30-something years old, but it's still funny. Like,
And the man's crushing. He's going through the dang wall and falling.
but do you know why? You know why? Somebody had nailed the board
Yeah.
right before, and he made him. And I think I don't know. I think it might have been Ole Anderson that didn't know. Ole was the voice, and you could hear him. You could hear him laughing.
Right. Yeah, because they had the guy record. Ole was backstage recording the voice. And it
Yeah,
was like,
he was doing the voice, so you could hear him laughing. Oh man, that was horrible.
I wanted to get into a couple of these Russo matches. Okay, this was on Nitro in the year 2000. This is probably the worst object on a pole match in WCW history, with Billy Kidman and Shane Douglas. They were set up because both wrestlers had made a sex tape with Tori Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a franchise who needed some assistance. Viagra on a pole match.
That's who was in that match.
Yes.
Billy Kidman and old ass Shane Douglas.
The match was pretty good, actually, but it's just a stupid stipulation that Russo came up with.
One of plenty. One of plenty. That I may have I was definitely done watching at that point. Once Raw started going live after the whole butts and seats type of thing.
You want to talk about that?
we could get into that too.
Yeah, but hey, shout out Elisa. Bless you, Elisa. The bottle stayed taped up on the top of pills. The bottle of pills.
Oh,
Viagra. At least it stayed up there the whole time.
yeah. Thankfully for him, because what else could have went wrong?
Let's see what else. Let's talk about another on the pole. Vince Russo he had a infatuation with matches of stuff on the pole. What Bagwell's mama? Judy Bagwell on a pole match. Or I don't even know if it's really a pole. It was a
No, it was a forklift.
yeah.
Yeah, I standing on it.
This is at New Blood Rising in 2000.
Oh man, this might be the worst on a pole match. Like, what was the object? How did you win? Did you go up there and like lower the forklift so she could get down?
Uh,
And I didn't even. I've never. See, there's a lot of bad matches that I've watched once or twice just to make sure it really happened. But this is one match I've
I
not.
think it was just that whoever won the match, if Candy would have won, he would have had services of his mom.
Oh, one of those. So why
Yeah.
even on a pole? Dumbass Vince Russo, man.
This is for you. This one, you ready?
Uh,
No Limit Soldiers.
What?
Oh,
No,
if you hear me.
absolutely not. As hot as Master P was in that time frame, and I listened to a lot of of his music and other artists off his label, and some crossovers just are turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, some crossovers are turnovers, and this definitely was, one of those wide right to left dribble off your foot straight out of bounds. What are you doing? Why would
So,
you? Why? And then those that you had involved, like
Rey Mysterio.
a very believable thug, Rey
Who else was it?
Mysterio.
Conan? Was it Conan? No.
Probably, if it was Ray, it was Conan. If it wasn't the Wolfpack, if it was Ray,
Let
it
me
was
see. Hold on.
Conan.
Yeah, I know. I particularly remember Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, with the 4X
Here we go.
camo pants on, not even 4X, because he 4X, that's a bodysuit for Rey Mysterio as well.
Hold on. But that's the guy it might have been Conan, right?
I want to say yes. I want to say yes. And
It
then
was
other people,
Master P, Conan, yep. Rey Mysterio, um, Brad Armstrong.
like, for real,
Yeah.
Brian Armstrong, I could understand, but Brad,
Randy Thornton, aka Swole. 4x4.
a bunch of people who probably never had a match.
No, because they got trained at the power plant then.
Okay, never had a match.
And Chase Tatum.
Brad Armstrong.
Yeah.
Brad Armstrong. Come on, man. Like I said, Brian Armstrong. Yeah, I would understand if it
No,
was.
Brad. Brad.
No, but I'm saying if it were to have been Brian, that would have made more sense, considering that it's a stable or a faction where Master P is a member. Brian would make more sense. Brad, what the hell was Brad Armstrong? I don't even want to know. I don't even
But
want to know.
hey,
That just proves why we're talking about it right now. Why I was one of the worst.
that's one of the
Some of the
wrestling
worst.
families we don't get enough shout out to, the Armstrongs.
No, you're right. But when they're doing stuff like this,
Well, they probably got backed into a corner with it with Russo.
and
And they gotta pay the bills.
they do have to pay the bills. You are absolutely right about that. But let's do stuff that makes sense, man. Let's do stuff that makes sense.
Let's get
Like,
into let's do a couple more real quick, then we can move on to our next topic, I think. What you think?
squeeze it in.
Okay. We're gonna say one my worst for last, but how about there was two matches kind of like the similar Chamber of Horrors match. Is that the one you want to do? Or was it the other one with Hogan?
They were equally as bad.
Yes.
You know what? No, I'll take that back. The Chamber of Horrors match at least had a point. the Doomsday Cage match there was no point to that. Like there was no rules. They forgot what they were doing midway through the match. You could tell that it was a whole lot that was just not right. People missed their spots. People missed their cues. Um, the concept made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Um, there was not enough damage done to Red and Yellow Terry, in my opinion. Uh, I hate that he dragged Macho Man through that. Some of the worst booking decisions ever.
Actually, I'm gonna talk about two more after this. There's maybe three more. I think I got a couple. This is the one I got in the chamber that I wanted to talk about. But that one was terrible.
Yeah.
There was like for years I was trying to find that match on YouTube just to go back to
Just to see if it really happened. I'm telling you, that's all the reason why I've seen it more than once. Just to see if it really happened. It was uncensored. I would say like 1996.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one, bringing Ultimate Warrior back to WCW.
Yes.
That was terrible.
That was terrible.
I don't want to get too much. Just because they had a feud in 1990 and it was match of the year on PWI.
Right. I mean, they did the same thing with Piper though. Like tried to.
But Piper was there for a while. He was battling and stuff. He became U.S. champion.
Yeah, but that
Piper was more. He was more believable. Then WCW came out with the Renegade, trying to be like a throw off of Ultimate Warrior, right?
Like fake Diesel and fake Razor.
Yeah, but they actually named them different.
Yeah.
I don't know what the old man was thinking, trying to come up with fake Diesel, fake Razor.
Still had the right.
You disrespect my GOAT like that every game. That's the one reason I don't like the old man. You disrespected my GOAT back in the 90s, all right?
He still had the rights, though, to the names.
The guy looked nothing like GOAT.
No, but he still had rights to the name.
Kane did a little bit. But the fake Razor, not even close.
No, not at all.
Like the fake Sting?
I mean, yes.
A little bit, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sorta.
All right, let's get into two more real quick. In 2000 episode of Nitro, Vince Russo put over David Arquette, a scrawny actor, because he started that awful movie, Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble, which was, yes, that was an awful, awful movie.
And they put a world championship belt on him.
Yes, they did. And was serious about it, too. Like, they meant that shit.
So, I will give the old man credit. He never put a belt on a celebrity.
No. Could have. I don't know who. Lawrence Taylor?
I remember. But he did.
No, not at all.
TNA did. They put the tag team championship on Pac-Man Jones.
Yes, they did.
With R-Truth.
With Ron Killings. Yeah, I remember that.
But that wasn't too bad either. But he didn't do most because he was suspended from the NFL at the time.
Right. I mean, the old man did put the tag champ on a 10-year-old, so.
But he got rid of it the next night.
Yeah, but he still did it. It's still in the record books.
I know. It's basically Braun Strowman beat both of those guys. That's what really happened.
That's what happened in reality, yes. But yeah, that one.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right about that. I forgot all about that.
But I'm pretty sure that Nicholas at the time probably weighed more than David Arquette.
Yeah. I think David Arquette, he's back wrestling again on Indies.
I hope not. Go stop. Just stop.
Can we get can Netflix give us another season of wrestling show? Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, did you finish it?
Yeah. Yeah. What's
I need another show of that. I need
another season.
It was good, man.
Need another season. You just left us hanging.
Oh God, Punk was so terrible. Why did they do Punk like that?
That was the point. That was the character.
I know. Then he covered all his tattoos up.
Yeah, that looked weird.
That's what looked weird. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that looked really weird.
And what's his name? James Harrison.
I hate how they took him off the show.
I know. You got to rep domestic violence, right?
Yeah, like I hate that had to be the way you wrote him off the show. Like he could have moved.
He had been signed to been a wrestler.
Yeah.
And his is natural too.
Yes. He's just too old now.
I know.
It wouldn't make sense.
I don't know. Look at Bobby. Look at Shelton Benjamin looks fabulous right now
That's
wrestling.
true. Shelton Benjamin damn near 50. Bobby almost 50 himself. So yeah.
And it don't look like Shelton lost a step.
Nope.
I watched him last night.
Nope.
Get it? He did wrestle the Commander last night.
Put him in there with somebody worth it.
They're saving Bobby for next weekend for his debut.
Yeah.
That makes sense for people to buy the pay-per-view. More people to buy it. I mean,
I don't want to see Shelton wrestle Leo Rush and Commander and Sammy Guevara. I don't want to see that.
he did wrestle Swerve, so
Okay. One match. Put
I
him
know.
in there with like guys like,
I got a feeling that Swerve's going to swerve Prince Nana and join.
It wouldn't make sense.
Because I watched their interview. They said they want just like in WWE, even had Cedric, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want a young guy to make it work. Who else? Don't you can miss me with the Leo Rush stuff.
I wasn't gonna say Leo Rush.
You know what?
I'm gonna say Leo Rush.
Who are you gonna say?
Ricochet.
Give me one guy.
Ricochet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You he's old too.
Yeah, he's old, but he's younger than Bobby and Shelton.
I know. You can miss me with the Leo Rush stuff.
No, I'm not even thinking about Leo Rush. No.
He's about to do a little turn on. I think him and one of the Martins, the lighter skin Martin, right?
I mean,
which one's Darius? Is the darker skin one, right?
They're
both light skinned.
They're both lighter than me, so.
Oh, one of them's lighter.
Yeah, Dante is the lighter one with like the
red hair, right?
Yeah, the reddish hair. Yeah, that's Dante.
I think him and Leo are about to turn on them, or they're about to kick out Action Andrade because he's been acting kind of crazy lately.
That would make the most sense. The last of AEW I have caught when they were on there, he was doing the most. So.
Okay. All right, that's our worst moments of WCW history. There's a lot more to go. I can do a lot. I can sit here for like 7 hours in a row and talk about the worst history. I can just talk about the worst moments in wrestling history. Period.
Yeah, but I know how close you are.
I know
to WCW and good old Ted and the people down there.
Billionaire Ted, when WCW did the little with the Nacho Man and the
Nacho Man and the Huckster and Scheme Gene.
Yeah, don't talk about my boy Mean Gene like that.
No, that was what pissed me off. Leave Mean Gene out of this. He just going where the check is. Mean Gene didn't do nothing.
Have you ever seen some of Mean Gene's bloopers?
Yes.
Oh my!
Mean Gene
hilarious.
Mean Gene was hilarious, man. Straight up, and he did not care.
No.
Mean Gene had zero filter. That was my dude, man.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rebook WrestleMania 4. That's what we're about to do real quick. What do you want to re the tournament, or do you want to rebook just the main event?
Not even so much just the main event, because the main event was the tournament. I feel like it could have been done without a tournament. Like let's just say, because I had brought this up when we were talking about how DiBiase should have been champion. Let's just say that Jack Tunney would have allowed the purchase, or not even Jack Tunney, but let's just say that the purchase of the title from Andre to Ted would have went through, or however he surrendered it to him, whatever the case. The story that you could have had based off of that, like even if you do take it from him and you, or not even take it from him, like let's just say that episode of Saturday Night's Main Event, Andre beats Hogan, they do the whole double referee thing, all of that stays the same, but you take Hogan like out, Andre just like beats him relentlessly at the end of the, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the match, and you write him off TV that way. You have Ted go on this monster heel run And not even so much a super long heel run, because I think that Saturday Night's main event was in February. WrestleMania was in March or April. WrestleMania 4.
Yeah.
I think it was like March or April. So whenever, so you
WrestleMania
have
4 was actually in March 27th, 1988.
okay. So you have him go through like this transitional run, or whatever have you, defending the title everywhere, cheating to win, typical like heel run until WrestleMania gets there, and kind of like that's when you bring Terry back.
I don't like how they did. I don't like how they did a tournament at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I was gonna say you don't put him over at WrestleMania though.
Yeah.
You don't put him over at WrestleMania. You don't book it like the old man will book it. Like bring him back, put it right back on him. Nah, bring him back, have him lose, give Ted this run, and build it back up from there. Like you wasted a heel turn on Macho Man when your best heel in the company at the time was Ted DiBiase.
That's one mistake the old man made. He never put the belt on Ted.
Right.
I agree with that. He should have put the belt on Ted at WrestleMania 4. Yep.
Not yeah. Like originally, yes, that should have been what happened, and then you build Terry back up or Macho Man. You know what I'm saying? You kind of that underdog story. You could have turned him into what he turned Danielson into, and kind of made him work his way back up and put him over at WrestleMania 5. Like we get why this dude was put in the position that he was put in every time he was put in that position, because he was the one that was bringing in the most money. But from a let's build a star perspective, you build two right there. You continue to build Macho Man up as your top baby face while this goof goes off and makes bad movies.
Terrible. Not bad. Terrible.
Terrible movies. And then you have Ted as your heel champ, but he didn't like heel champions. Like all of his heel champions were transitional. If you even go back to like the beginning when his dad was in charge, all
Yeah.
of the heel champions were Stan Stasiak, transitional, Koloff, transitional, Iron Sheik, transitional. You know what I'm saying? So um, the only reason why Macho Man wasn't was because he won the title as a babyface and turned heel mid. I wouldn't even say mid title run. Well, yeah, mid title run because, or no, post or toward the end, because he had the title for like 364 days.
Yeah.
Stupid like that. But
Yeah.
that,
So,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I really think they dropped the ball on Ted during that run. So
Yeah,
I'm
it
really,
was it
I'm
was
really
so
upset that he never got a title.
period. But that was the best time to do it. That was 100% the best time to do it. Like you keep Andre in his corner and have
So
him
you got
use.
Hogan and Andre at a WrestleMania 4, and he goes to WDQ. Nah, I wasn't feeling that
Yeah,
either.
that was a waste.
Yeah.
But that was the match they booked for the tournament to get people to buy the pay per view.
And they had They had so many DQs at this WrestleMania. They had Brutus Beefcake defeated the Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental DQ. I would have booked that different. Randy Savage and the One Man Gang from DQ. Would have booked that different. I just don't get what the old man was thinking back then.
He booked it like a house show.
Yeah.
He booked it like a house show.
And Jake Roberts and Rick Rude went to a
Real
time
good
limit
too.
draw.
It was a tournament. That was a tournament match. Yeah.
I know. It's like it was buy after buy after buy.
Yeah. Yep. You had Hogan and Andre. You got to buy into the second round, and the way it was set up, it was like if DiBiase beat Hacksaw Jim Duggan, which he did, and
Yeah.
Andre beat Hogan, then it would have had to have been DiBiase versus Andre. instead of booking them to be out of each other's way, you have that, and then your only option would be to double DQ Andre and Hogan, so DiBiase wouldn't have to see Hogan,
You're right. Yeah.
which potentially could have meant that you got a Hogan Savage main event tournament
But you
fight
end up getting a Hogan Savage match anyways.
the next year. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I would book it different. I guess that's how you would book it different. We thank y'all for tuning in this week. Tune in for more informational knowledge of wrestling in the past and the future and the present. Also, we're going to be putting out our podcast audio on Apple and Spotify if you want to listen to it, and Amazon. Tune in, please. Follow us, like us, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate each and every one of your support. Until next week, guys. Peace.